Another video, Tanya here. Welcome back to Danganronpa, so let's get started. So the class trial is over and Monakuma's gone. So now what do we do?
Yes.
What is there to do? Then head back up. Oh yeah. Let's get out of here. But dial back that ego a bit, girl. The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would never have lost to that kind of challenge. What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the only ones that figured everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up. Seriously, I'm sorry. How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone to apologize to me more than once.
Sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Voice line, I'm sorry. Okay, I see what you mean. Then, I'll try. That totally wasn't normal, right? Wait, what? Did you just capture his flag?
No!
I cannot suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master.
Huh?
What are you talking about? That is absolutely not what's happening here. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him?
What did you say?
A sleazeball?
What the heck?
That's right, I called you a sleazeball because you are one. I agree with her. Apparently you still have a desk there. Oh, more fighting sarcasm. No wonder you don't have any friends.
No!
Hey, stop fighting with Master. You're making me jealous. I want to abuse. Steven, take me. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I don't want any of this. Yeah. Pretty sure there's one more trial left. Or at least two maybe. Two in the good end, one in the bad end, I believe.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, soon the doors to the Okay then. Wake up. Huh?
Kyoko?
Yes, it's me.
Huh? Kyoko?
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Wait, what?
The unknown.
It's true.
Oh, I see. Wait, but my door. It was unlocked. You're unbelievably careful. It was unlocked? Are you serious?
Hey.
Always. And you don't have to react like that. Every time you're surprised. What time is it? 3 o'clock in the morning, of course. It's 3 a.m.? Why was Kyoko waking me up at this hour? What do you want? Totally, what happened? I have a favor to ask you. What's your favor?
So...
Remember when Sakura said at the end of her note, I'm not gonna lay down and die, I will fight you? I want to know what she meant by that. Okay, but how do you plan to do that? The data center on the 4th floor.
Goodbye.
What? I'll meet you there. Oh, wait! It's the end of that trial, so that means another place should be unlocked. Which probably includes the data center. Maybe she's already inside. Apparently not. I must be locked.
What's this?
Breaking into a locked room is incredibly prohibited. Oh, well, I guess. You're trying to tell me you didn't actually bust in yet, right? But look and see that you don't waste my time telling me this crap. I can see for myself. It looks like you might break in any second, so I just thought I'd give you a friendly reminder. Where are you going to tell me that you were sleepwalking or something? No, nothing like that. So you're talking more for crying out loud. Even I get tired, you know? Stop being weird and get back to sleep. What's wrong
Just a second.
Now you two, whatever, you two just get back to bed. That's not a
It's
rule.
true.
Sure, I got it.
Hey,
Then show me we're leaving.
shall we go? Goodbye.
Hold on.
Whew.
Don't worry about it.
Goodbye.
Oh, then good night. Sure.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
What?
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school.
I know that in the anime too, there was like a random 16th. They never mentioned it in the anime, but they mentioned it here, and they actually had a reason here.
The one they
So, that's
call
not
the
fun.
ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
All Stars apology. The end. Technically got an added one. That's all. That's not Alter Land, that's Alter Ego. I get the achievement again. I feel bad.
Mukuro Ikusaba. Mukuro, the 16th student, the one they call the... Watch out for her.
Now this is where things can change. The next trial depends where I get the bad ending or good ending. I'm pretty sure in the good ending, I don't remember the exact thing from the anime, but I think you don't trust Kirigiri or whatever her name is. And you got a different ending that was from the anime, so that would be an interesting thing. And I wasn't here for the good ending anyways. I never saw the end of Despair, so the second one's gonna be a whole new experience. This one I knew of some of the stuff, a lot of it actually. Hey, you didn't make a small talk. We never just get so straight to the point like that. If you want to keep up with me, too much of things important in small talk. Jeez, how high is that horse of yours?
Well?
He just acts like that to hide his own insecurities. That's what I like to think anyway. Regardless, if you want to defeat the mastermind, you need to follow my lead. They creep around this place like a mouse, but the mastermind's pride is as bloated as a cow's
In the
udder.
name of my family.
But no matter what it takes, I will rid this world of them.
Huh?
And Toko, you've been pretty quiet. Man, you're boring now. You just sit there like a mushroom. You're gonna start calling me Mr. Mushroom.
What's your deal?
Not back at you. Her talking makes things difficult, so I told her not to open her mouth without permission. But if she can't eat or drink water, I don't care.
How about that?
And you okay with that, Toko? As I said, taste in men, terrible. We have a toxic red flag right there. I believe the small talk via warned us against.
Come on.
Yeah, I let myself get involved. But it is now finished. Never allow you to drag me down to your level
Let's go.
again. As I said, walking red flag. So where are we supposed to go? Yes, I guess. Trial's concluded, so I'm only guessing we can go through here or whatever. There's this over here. Alright. Then we go to the 3rd floor. RIP Alter Ego. He was my favorite. I was about to say she, because I entirely almost forgot that she dressed like a boy. There's 4. Time to investigate. I know there's something special in this room. Oh, I'm missing that somewhere. What's this? Don't tell no one.
Yo! You know? What the heck? The end is...
I don't care about your freaking...
I'm at least 30% right!
I haven't...
Watch out!
Okay, just throw someone into it.
Well done.
Yes, it is. Leave the area.
Yukiro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they
Interesting.
call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Kyoko. I'm not gonna say anything. Huh? I can't say anything.
Hey,
You understand why, right? Yeah.
so then,
I feel like I've seen everything. What are you talking about? The cherry blossom? Is that what you want me to see?
hey. Indeed.
Yeah. Makes sense. Of course it's blocked. This room's separate from the others. Oh god! Why is the blood not pink all of a sudden? Oh,
See.
smells awful, doesn't it? It must be at least vaguely familiar to you. After all, you've been around your fair share of corpses. Are you saying? It's the smell of death. Their flesh and fat and blood. Why'd you have to add the fat part? But the smell here is strong. Consider it the smell of a battlefield. Monokuma must have.
Hey, come on
What?
now.
My fault again. Stop trying to blame everything on me. If you hadn't done what you did, this would never have happened.
Unbelievable.
No, quite the opposite. The
Now
opposite?
then.
Yep. Let me give you an easy. As far as this room goes, I don't know a thing. I just left it exactly how I found it.
Yes, indeed.
As for a hint, that are the Superman hints you get from... You got a point.
Oh.
But it's pretty scary, huh? Blood all over the walls and junk. Even in the outside world, people die. Bloody, gruesome deaths every day. It's not really that big a deal. Keep your chin up. I gotta end today's video off. I hope you like and subscribe. Actually... Okay, guys, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. What are you talking about? I don't know. Okay, I don't believe it. There's some blood. Just looking to draw. Just a thing. Yeah, let's get going. For too long? Okay, well, another time. I told this ridiculous, but it's barely enough for a decent volleyball team.
Just a second.
Don't be a sourpuss. You gotta think positive. Besides, even if one more person dies, we can still feel the best. I mean, that's like reverse positive thinking. Anyways, there's no need time to be depressed. For the sake of everyone, we have to do our best. And we stop all this group hug nonsense. We need to find out what everyone discovered. The strange room on the 5th floor? Well, not strange. Yep.
But... So, in other words...
It can't be.
It's the same thing. My theory is the massive number that is in that room. The instance could happen 1 year ago. But how did that happen a year ago?
In other words...
Precisely, Presley is another name for the genocide of the student body of Hope. I don't know.
It's all clear now.
Frenchie spends a year in Canadian prison before he has to return back to the U.S. where he pleads guilty to his crimes and he's sentenced to 3 years, 10 months in U.S. prison. But, story's still going. Because while he's in prison, Frenchie writes an autobiography where he talks about his crimes, which becomes a bestseller back in France. And by the way, in this book, he actually makes fun of his victims. He basically mocks them and calls them stupid for believing him. Very French of him. Anyway, but story's still going. Because while he's in prison, Frenchie writes an autobiography where he talks about his crimes, which becomes a bestseller back in France.
I wonder what the mystery is in this school.
He actually makes fun of his victims. He basically mocks them and calls them stupid for believing him.
Correct.
Very French of him.
Even if they could be slightly new to the song person.
Just a second.
No?
So
Yes. Good, I'm sure.
And eventually, he befriends this French
How about
film director,
stairs?
this woman, Catherine.
They're leading up from the 5th floor. That's what it's talking about, right?
And so she wants to give him
The 1st floor is at the end?
Correct.
We're finally starting to create a picture of school. You mean right now it's solving the underlying mystery? But that's the hardest part. Even if it's hard, we still gotta do it. Yeah, he was right. Tokushikawa. Hey, Bianca, it seems like Toko wants to say something. So why are you telling me? Well, cause you told her to zip it or whatever. Oh, I forgot about that. Jesus, man, I know you like torturing her, but come on. So, Toko, if you want to envelop us all in your putrid breath, I won't stop you. You wanted me? Oh, wait, no, this isn't, genocide. You wanted me, Master? Don't worry, I took care of the odor. Problem. You're just gonna fix it. Yeah, but don't interrupt when Master and me are talking. Okay, so what did you want to tell us? I was in the classroom on the 5th floor and something caught my attention. It was this. A knife? Whoa. That's a Rambo knife. That's a rainbow knife.
What?
The survival knife of some type. What was it doing in the classroom? How would I know?
Very suspicious.
What's it?
He's been to prison a few times.
I'm not gonna do anything. I just picked up. I didn't want to leave a knife laying
How about
around.
that?
Or have it laying around than have it in the hands of serious girl. Don't compare me to her. I'm nothing like her. Listen, more important, now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it? We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do.
What's your problem?
I don't wanna, too dangerous. So what to do?
So then,
Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? Huh? Me? Yeah, I totally trust Makoto to take care of it. The next fact. Hold on, what? Don't I gotta
It's all clear now.
This shows how much they trust you to do what they ask. Toko's refusing me. Okay, so here you go, Makoto. The acting like I already said yes. Guess there's nothing I can do about it. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. Hey, Toko. Do I still have that breath? Sorry. Sorry for things. I'm sorry, I didn't think so. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
You made a valuable discovery. Good job.
So Bruce and Biggs and 13 other guys, they put on
He's toxic, red flag! Huh? The mastication? Hey, good job for you. I'm dreaming, I'm a sleeping. Oh, that would be the... I would have experienced it today. I think I just got horny. Whatever, it makes me feel sad.
You know? You're serious.
Yeah.
And eventually, when the train comes to a full stop, the 15 men, they start loading the bags
You know?
into 2 Land Rovers they have These guys steal
Don't really care about the chicken coop.
2.6
You know?
billion pounds, which today in US dollars is worth about $45 million.
What?
So then they drive the Land Rovers over to this farm.
Yeah, I've read that pit
country
act
that some of them
specifically.
own, so that they can hide out there and divide up the money. And over the next few days, they all take their cut of the money and they split
What are you done? Yeah, that does
It's
sound
true.
familiar. I don't just think I know we've definitely seen that place before. Huh? From where? Ah, that's it. I remember. Mondo's uniform. Yeah, this wasn't an anime. His jacket said the same thing, right? Crazy diamond.
I see.
And also Bruce and 12 of the other guys get arrested too.
Could it be?
Sentenced to 30 years in prison for this.
Not possible.
His story
He didn't have access to a gun until today. And Mono brought it with him when he first came here. And Ranakuma confiscated it.
to climb over the prison wall and he escaped.
For whatever
So now
reason,
he's on the run
that's
and he flees
that's what
from
stuck
England
out to me in the tool shed. The pickaxe connected to the Mondo.
surgery and he assumes a new life.
Yo!
Then
What I noticed was lawnmower. I was thinking maybe he used it for help. I don't even. I don't know, maybe it's the crop circles or something.
Well?
Every time, but unfortunately, it's not enough.
You know?
Because one night, Big sees on the local evening news that law enforcement believes he's living and hiding out in
I'm
the
so
area.
confused.
So then Big
Yo! No way.
law enforcement believes he's living and hiding out in the
Kyoto's
area. So then
identity.
Big
What?
just like straight up
Well-
ditches his wife and sons, and he gets
Yes,
on a
but who
passenger
is he?
liner and he takes it from Melbourne all the way to Panama, and then from there he flies to Brazil, and there for about a year he lives under the
And
radar,
Makoto is
working
the
as a
ultimate
carpenter.
lucky student. Well, I'm
Here's the
lucky
thing
than lucky
about
these days,
Brazil.
but
At this time, Brazil has no extradition treaty with the United Kingdom, so Biggs can't get in trouble for his
Doesn't-
England crimes while he's
Talking-
living there. Lucky bastard. And at this point, he's been on the run for about 5 years. But he's having a great time in Brazil. He's partying every
Wrong.
night, drinking at the
I didn't
clubs,
say I
and one
won.
night he meets finds
I
an
said I
adult
can't.
dancer.
What the heck?
And we'll just call
So-
her
Because I don't remember.
she eventually becomes his second wife.
I have no memory of who I am.
Married, he gets her pregnant. So around this time,
Amnesia?
Scotland Yard
What?
shows up to Brazil looking for Biggs. And they actually find him, and bam, they detect
This is
Deuce's
very
mugshot again.
suspicious.
And so Scotland Yard tries to work with Brazilian police.
I knew you wouldn't believe me. That's why I didn't say anything.
However,
But
Doesn't matter either. The truth will make itself clear before we're done.
because they don't have an extradition treaty with the United
Hey.
Kingdom, and B, because second wife is pregnant.
I was so barbaric with that. I was completely on it after. What are you doing?
what?
Just give up.
Really could be in.
His status as a known criminal means he's not allowed to work. So he's broke all over again. And everyone now knows he's an
That's fine.
ex-con because his
Fine.
story has been
Understand.
all over the news. So then what does he do? He becomes sort of local celebrity.
It can't
He
be.
starts charging local newspapers to do stories
Because-
and interviews
Whether
with
I
him.
want
And
to
he
or
becomes
not,
like
I
sort of a
can't.
tourist
All I can
attraction.
do
Like he's the convict
keep
who
telling you that.
successfully robbed a train and escaped from prison. And so naturally, people want to meet him and have him like sign autographs. Apparently, he's selling
Yeah.
mugs and
However-
t-shirts. So he
We're
starts
school
making money
where
this way.
only the worst
He
things happen.
stars
Do you
in a
remember
commercial
that?
for a Brazilian
Hey.
coffee
I
company.
knew this
Now, I
was
can
that
find a
life
copy of the
has been
commercial, but
killed.
here's what he actually said. When you are on the run all the time, like me, you really
Come on.
appreciate a good cup of coffee. I'm not kidding. Those are his exact words. In fact, the dude is getting so famous. He's the convict who successfully robbed the
Goodbye.
train and escaped from prison. And so naturally, people want to meet him and have him like
The
sign
heck?
autographs.
But-
Apparently, he's selling mugs and T-shirts. So he starts making money this way. He even stars
that
in a
wouldn't be
commercial
far
for
enough.
a Brazilian coffee company. Now, I can find a copy of the commercial, but here's what he actually said in it.
Stop talking.
On the run all the
Get a
time.
noise in
like
there,
me,
Coco.
You really appreciate
Come
a
on.
good cup of coffee. I'm not kidding. Those are his exact words. In fact, the dude is getting so famous that
Are you
any
telling her to
celebrity
die?
that
I mean,
visits
I
Rio
don't
de Janeiro
know
during
you
this time
how you
always
feel,
has to
but
stop and meet Biggs. Apparently, Rod Stewart
You're a
stops by to
monster.
meet him, and Sting stops by to meet him. The freaking Sex Pistols stop by
I can't believe I promised to help her get with you.
and they perform
'Cause,
it and
I mean-
release it, and it becomes kind of a hit. But then it's crazy again, because one day he goes to a restaurant to meet a reporter.
I'm
for
angry, guys. Angry.
pow.
Angry at what? Angry at the thief. Yes. The
Your teacher had such faith in.
What the heck?
Sorry, bro. We also don't have an extradition treaty with the United Kingdom. And so they send Biggs back to Brazil, where he once again is a free man. And so Biggs, he lives his life as an escaped criminal for about 2 more decades before ultimately
As
starts
such,
to
okay
deteriorate.
then.
So then
Sweet.
finally he gives up and he surrenders
You know?
and flies back to England to get the good health care he needs.
Well-
And as soon as his plane
Goodbye.
lands in England, bam, he's sent back to prison to finish his sentence. But at least he gets good health care. And then about 8 years later, they let him out, and a few years after that,
yeah, I need to put that knife
passed
away.
away. Dude lived a crazy life.
You heard of this new tool? It's Creatify, and you can literally create TikTok ad videos without having to film them yourself. These videos are fully.
This police officer is so bored with his job that on his lunch break, he's gonna go rob a bank and then return to work as if nothing happened. Now the guy, his name is Andre, and Andre
Did I hear the doorbell?
is kind of a thrill seeker, and he's police captain.
Why did he do? I don't know.
Hey.
Joker?
Unfortunately,
Over
he's
there,
not
green
happy
dressing
with his
room.
life.
Yeah.
He's looking for a bigger thrill. And then one day, kaboom, he decides he's gonna rob a bank. So he catches an early flight from Johannesburg to
Is
Durban.
the dressing room or the back house was right?
Hey.
That's actually me so late.
Correct.
Okay, I'm used to it. Indeed.
So then-
Well then, let me get straight to the point.
Fill this bag with cash. Then he takes the cash and he leaves and he
You
catches
stole
the next
from
flight back to
Montezuma?
Johannesburg. And so boom, the robbery is a success. And
Was
it's
you?
a great
Indeed.
robbery.
That's
So
right.
he decides to rob
So I was right. But what did you
So-
do? I saw this.
another bank. And soon
See?
enough, every time he gets a day off from work,
Where did you get this?
So,
From the headmaster's room.
however,
The lock was broken.
correct.
It was Sakura. She did it for us. She did?
Indeed.
Oh, yes. Remember what she said in the note? In the note, I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you. So Sakura broke the headmaster's room
That's
for
right.
us? That's right. So we're gonna try to whatever might lay hidden within.
This is a huge thrill for him. But then, one night, he screws up. So he's
Indeed.
at this party one night, and he's getting
I noticed the room was open after the class trial was over yesterday. But if I had strolled into the room, Monokuma would have noticed right away. Which is why I used you as a decoy.
Here's the thing about Core, though.
So you asked me to meet you at the data center in order to correct. I wanted to drew Monokuma's attention away. I took the opportunity to sneak into the headmaster's room and I still found his keys. And tell me what you told me about yesterday. Did that come from the headmaster's room too?
Yukiro Ikusaba, the 16th student, the one they called Watch Out For.
How'd you find out about Murako Ikusaba?
Indeed.
I did find out talk about her, yes. I don't know all the details yet, but the only thing is Murako Ikusaba is dangerous.
In other words,
She may very well be the mastermind. Mastermind? But didn't Alter Ego say the headmaster?
wrong.
No, the headmaster isn't the mastermind. I'm sure of it. I don't have any proof yet, but I have no doubt about him, right?
And then once they're at the physiotherapist, bam, they overpower the guards. They
Anyway,
pew-pews, and then they
Kid
steal
won't
the
pick up him.
physiotherapist's car, and they use it as a getaway vehicle. And then once they've escaped, they lay low.
so
3
Oh,
months
no, that
later,
was your bra.
they go back to where Hale is. Guns are blazing, and they bust him out. So now the three of them are together, on the run, hiding out. And so what does
is that
Andre want
right?
to do? He wants to
If
serve
they didn't catch on last night, right? Maybe we got lucky. And maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and close home Monokuma at the same time. Huh? Like I said, we didn't get caught last night. As you said, maybe it's too lot. This is why. Yeah, this makes sense.
Hey,
Can't watch. No, but no matter what the reward, the risk is too high.
why is that?
I don't think you need to wear all that after all. If minimal pieces you are, please take 4 or please academy at your discretion. No things have been placed on our efforts to solve the mystery. Am I wrong? Even when I take keys, I don't break any rules as far as I can tell. But if the mastermind decides to do something, all the rules in the world won't matter. He could just kill us without a second thought. I see. In the case of Santo, he should be able to prove or disprove that hypothesis. What? No one questions this. Will the mastermind break their own rules? Or adhere to them no matter what? In other words, we gain something.
If you spend all your time trying to...
professional pictures of them, and
Hey.
then he would essay them. And at least 2 of these women end up reporting him to the police for them. And this will come up again later. So, eventually, the Sander Gang is named
It's true.
South Africa's most wanted. And their photos are suddenly everywhere. All of the media, everyone's
However,
talking about them.
I'm
And the 3
fine,
guys
but there's
know
a
it's
chance
just
of
a matter
it.
of time
Hey.
before they get caught.
Please, only
So
hold on
they
to it
come
for
up
me.
with a plan. Flee the country. So first, they decide they're gonna buy a small yacht. And they're gonna leave the country that way.
Indeed.
I guess it's supposed to
Hey.
be safer than all 3 of them flying commercial. So then Andre uses a fake passport, he flies to Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Indeed.
And there he's gonna finish negotiations
Well,
on the sale of this yacht. The next day,
so then,
back in South Africa,
Makoto.
police show up to one of the safe houses the gang had been hiding in.
Goodbye.
Apparently, police had been tipped off by
This is up to me.
escorts the gang used to hang out with. So police are suddenly outside the safe house. And it's 5 a.m. and McCall is the only one home. And police are like, Stander Gang, come out with your hands up. And McCall is naked.
Hey Monokuma, you can see me, right? Get out of here. I got a bone to pick with you.
Monokuma appears!
Well then, Mrs. Surprise, you're being the one to call me out.
Hey!
Hey, by the way, huh?
Most suspicious.
What were you and Kyoko up to and going into the bathhouse? The two of you in the middle of the night. Definitely a hot and steamy moment, wouldn't you say? So warm and... Oh! Removed to conform with local and international censorship laws. Oh! Well, whatever. Unlike you, I have no interest in late night fasting. Because I like to maintain a healthy life of observation far away from X-rated X-Files. Okay, so why is there no surveillance camera in the bathhouse? Bullseye! Or is it maybe because the wind gets all fogged up and you can't see anything? Sound like that's the bullseye to me.
You need something?
Anyway, you went all that trouble to get me out of here. Now what do you want? Oh, well, wanted to confirm with you. Whether I'm a mademoiselle or a dude fella.
Actually.
But in the Bear Kingdom, there is no male or female. Actually there is. Really?
My
Seriously?
entire existence.
Then what am I? That's enough. If I get stuck, I'll get stuck if I think about it too much. So what did you want to ask me? Oh, well, you told us early that churches have been stolen. What's this purse of yours?
What are you thinking?
Listen, I'm sure this is silly question, no way. It's possible and all. But is that seriously what you dragged me out of this here to ask me? You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be 100 megaton freaking kidding me. You're not gonna ask something useful like how to get the best honey or... It's crazy. All the pubescent teen boys as nutty as you. God, you're annoying. Fine, I'll tell you is the key. A key. I thought this was gonna say key. And that's it. What was this thing? It's a blank, stupid. A secret. Throw it in yourself. I'm guessing that's the thing I have in my pocket. I'll open up your skull and find out. You can't do that, break your rules.
Factory, he spots 3 suspicious-looking people. 2 white guys and a black guy. And he goes to check them out, and he starts following them.
I don't care.
Suddenly, bang, he gets shot in the chest.
Monocula Theater! What?
Manhunt begins. Dogs and helicopters and the
That was it?
FBI and U.S. Marshal Service. Over 400 law enforcement are all looking for these 3 mysterious guys who shot G.I. Joe. And this small
Then you guys have to recommend it to your friends, too!
Well loved. He had a good reputation in the community. But most importantly, he was the leader of this youth program. A program that encourages young adults to eventually go into law
Good.
enforcement.
Get ready to...
Post-program.
Go screw yourself.
Program, it was everything to him. And the youth, they all loved him too.
Truly did care about his community. He was always involved with community events, village events, etc.
So, if the community loved him so much, who were these 3 random guys who suddenly decided to unalive G.I. Joe? Alright, before we answer that, let's talk about Joe.
What?
He's an interesting guy. Now, after he dies, they release...
What's your problem?
And, let's just say...
Do you think it's time? Huh? Are you allowed to talk again? I don't recall giving you permission. Huh? I just thought, since the day has passed, it had maybe reset. It's just so, keep on hitting whatever my first result, that's it. I'll hang a sign from my neck that says bad girl.
And the next morning, G.I. Joe, he can't remember any of this. So he calls and
That's so cheesy.
and the detective who dropped him off at home has
Stop
to be
making
like,
disgusting comments like that, maybe I can forgive you. Thank you. I won't make any more disgusting comments, I promise. If I do, you just stuff my mouth full of time. It's not you, she's disgusting to the bone. Stinky.
Good
a woman who works under his command in the police department, she files a lawsuit against him for sexual misconduct. Then,
Very
a few years
strange.
after that, someone submits an
You know?
anonymous letter to the
It's
mayor
over here.
What's this?
on behalf of some of the members of the police. Basically,
Hey,
these unnamed police department employees, they all accuse G.I. Joe of all kinds of stuff. Sexual
What?
harassment, being constantly thrown out of places for being drunk, taking his family on vacation in the police squad, pressuring his subordinates.
Hey, don't hate it when you ask someone what their favorite movie is and they name some indie bullcrap.
Very
I feel
suspicious.
like I'm getting whiplash the way he changes subject like that.
Pressuring his subordinates to hook up with him, groping women's boobs at the company Christmas party. This dude is a menace. But despite all that, G.I. Joe still doesn't get fired. He continues his life, still working as a police officer, still working as the head of the Explorer Post program. Now, he's been in all
Sayonara, suckers.
but then, at
You know?
some point, G.I. Joe has put in all these years of work into the force. And he's put in all these years of hard work for the youth. And I guess he starts feeling entitled. And he feels he isn't getting a fair return. And to be honest, I don't really know what motivates him to do this next thing he's about to do. But one day, he starts stealing money from the Explorer Post program. I guess there's like a bank account for the program, and he treats that bank account like it's his own personal bank account, and he just like spends money from it on random shit, like he'll buy himself like Starbucks, which is not that big of a deal, but he also pays for his gym membership, his travel expenses, his mortgage, his kids' college. He even pays for adult websites with this money. What the hell kind of person uses funds from the youth program to subscribe to porn sites? Come on, G.I. Joe. But anyway, he embezzles all this money from the youth program for almost 7 years. And like his wife and his adult son are apparently all involved in this scam too, because they're getting some of the money. But no one outside this seems to notice that this crime is even going on.
Which is all to say.
Until one day, this new administrator starts working for the town. Her name's Anne. And Anne, she's overseeing the budgets and the funds. And unlike G.I. Joe, she's really good at her job and not corrupt. And she starts doing an audit of the Explorer program. And eventually, Anne starts asking G.I. Joe to provide accounting and inventory for this program. I mean, she wants to see where all that money is going. And of course, G.I. Joe
Understand
he doesn't know what to do.
My
If she
goal
finds
isn't
out
to
he's
get
been
out of
stealing
here.
from the youth program,
It's
his life,
to
his
stay
reputation,
here.
and his career, they're all ruined.
Oh,
So he starts
this is
kicking
all
around all kinds of
home.
ideas.
And
of how to
that's
fix
why
this. I mean, he
I have to
considers
st- I
setting
have-
Anne up and arresting her for a DUI. He considers planting drugs on her, like maybe that will get her fired. He even contacts a member of a local motorcycle gang,
My
and he
dream
tries to get him to
stop.
unalive her. But I guess that idea falls.
Oh,
G.I. Joe comes up with what he feels is a solid plan. A plan to make sure all this goes away and that his reputation stays intact. A plan to make sure no one will find out
Kyoko?
about his embezzlement or any other crimes.
what
And most
did you-
importantly, a plan that will make
what
sure
did
that
you
his family won't be accused of being involved in any of the crimes he's done. And then, one morning, he
That was in a
puts
dream.
this plan into motion. He wakes up and he heads out toward the Explorer Post, where he's supposed to be finishing an equipment inventory for him. But instead of stopping there, he just
If the
keeps
world
driving.
were like that-
He drives all the way to this abandoned cement factory. Once he's there, he radios to dispatch, and he tells them he sees 3 suspicious men there.
Good
2 white
Lord,
guys
get ready
and a
to-
black guy. And that they're looking pretty shady. Here's the thing, though. G.I. Joe doesn't see anyone there. He's making it all up. And then he tells the dispatch that the suspects have run away toward the swamp, and that he's going to follow them, and that they need to send backup. And so dispatch listens, and they send some officers out his way. Then G.I. Joe, he takes his pew pew, points it at his chest, and he fires. Bam! But the bullet is stopped by his bulletproof vest. Then he tries again. This time, he makes sure to move his bulletproof vest out of the way. And bam! He succeeds. He unalives himself. And other officers have arrived on the scene, and they investigate. Of course, they think these three mysterious men, two white guys and a black guy, they unalived him, not away. Because that's what G.I. Joe wanted to do. He like staged the area to make it look like there was a struggle and everything. But after a thorough 2-month investigation, police finally figure out that there were no mysterious men. G.I. Joe.
The knife is gone. I knew it.
Extensive investigation is concluded with an overwhelming amount of evidence that Glenowitch's death was a carefully staged suicide.
So, I guess his plan didn't work, and now everyone knows that he wasn't as good of a guy as everyone in the community once thought. And here's what he looked like. So aliens are slowly taking over the world. This man is the only one who can save us. Let me explain. Now, the man's name is Vince Lee. He's Canadian, he works odd jobs here and there. He's a normal guy. And then one day, Vince starts hearing a voice. And it's the voice of his God. And I don't know what his God looks like, but I assume he looks like this. So his God tells him, Vince Lee, you've been chosen for a special mission. And he basically tells him that he's the new Jesus, and that
Hey, Makoto.
extraterrestrials are invading Earth. And that it's now his job to protect humanity from this invasion.
Cause, I mean,
These aliens aren't little green men like we see. These aliens look like after Vince Lee talks to his God, he doesn't go and get evaluated by a mental health professional. No. Instead, he starts doing what it tells him to do. His God tells him to travel across the country. And I guess
That's
when your
right.
God tells you to travel across the country looking for extraterrestrials, you travel across the country
Yeah.
looking for extraterrestrials. What else are you gonna do? And so, that's what he does. He travels across the country looking for these aliens. Sometimes by bus, sometimes on foot. But he'll disappear for like days at a time while he goes on these missions. Now, I don't know if he actually finds any aliens while he's out on these missions. I just know that he's gone for long periods of time. And people around him think it's strange. Here's the thing though. Vince Lee has a wife. And his wife, she's very concerned about him. I mean, he claims his God is talking to him. And his wife is also frustrated with him. Mostly because he
Oh, hey, Makoto.
days at a time, and she isn't entirely
What?
sure
Can you shut up?
why.
Please just shut up now. It's not like a big deal. I'm gonna stay up all night while you slept like a baby in your bed.
She has had enough, and she's like, I am out. And she leaves him, they divorce. And they try and reconcile and work it out, but ultimately, it just doesn't work. And this is, I'm sure,
What are you doing?
devastating.
What does it look like? We're dismantling it to see what makes it tick.
Dismantling? But I mean, that's Monokuma you're messing with, right?
yeah, that's right.
She's not even phased.
Then, I guess his God comes to him and tells him, Vince Lee, it's time to start your mission. And Vince Lee's like, alright. And so he does what his God says, and he heads to the bus
Hey,
terminal
come on.
and boards a Greyhound bus. And he chills there quietly as the bus travels from
Yeah.
What?
there in Erickson, his God comes to him again, and he tells him to get off the bus. So he gets off the bus, and he spends the night sleeping on a bench. And in the morning, he gets on another Greyhound bus. And he eventually...
Sunday ticket on YouTube TV.
Gets on another Greyhound bus to
I waited there until nighttime officially began, but still Monokuma lay there motionless. I gathered everyone as quickly as possible so they could take a look. Even if he would never be Monokuma, so I wouldn't be initiated the assembly process. It was master stroke of genius. I can't to find out what made Monokuma tick. Once we discovered it, we flourished. Look at that. It's a league beyond any normal remote control toy. I've had enough free time to invest in something like that anyway. But besides, what I'm wondering is, why did he stop moving all of a sudden? Thought maybe he didn't malfunction, but we didn't find that to be the case, taking him apart.
So, in other words... Hey, you know?
It's what? A bomb.
Until he's unalive.
There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure. It's gonna have a motion sensor, and it suddenly it's sure to go off. So serious,
Just a second.
we gotta get it. Man, honestly, stop being sexist.
Inside of the bus, Vince is pacing back and forth, carrying Vince, and then, allegedly, Vince Lee's God comes to him one more time. He tells him,
God, you're like the most world's most funniest one with a sentence.
Don't be mean!
Come on, the century's just getting started. Don't call me call the race already. I even put the bomb hanging onto it and don't do any good. Alright, good call.
Well?
Okay, it's down. Everything's all good.
Isn't crazy enough. During all that, police are still waiting outside the bus. And they've got the whole bus surrounded. And by this time, they've called in negotiators and a special tactical unit. They got this area on lockdown. But for some reason, I don't know why, they don't shoot Vince Lee. Like, they don't even shoot at him. They don't bust into the bus and take him down with force. I mean, maybe they're just being polite. They're
Just a second.
If I can think of any instance where it would be justified for police to use force, it would be this instance. But they don't. They try and negotiate with him to come out. But of course, Vince Lee is like, fuck you. He doesn't listen.
It's all clear
He's
now.
busy trying to stop the alien invasion. And again, I'm not necessarily
Naturally.
in favor of police just shooting people, no questions asked.
What?
I'm not saying that they should do that. But in this particular instance, they could.
Yeah.
Such ignorance.
Rush in and overpower him. They could tear gas him or tase him. I mean, the guy decapitated someone and is ingesting
Come
him
on.
little by little. Maybe it's time to rush in and
It's
take
all
control
clear
of the
now.
situation. And so this standoff goes on for nearly 4 hours. And finally, Vince Lee, he gets an idea. The bus, he's gonna escape.
Okay, weirdo.
Breaks out a window and jumps out.
How about that?
Of course, the second he jumps out that window, bam.
Why is this game so sexist?
And I don't have a mugshot of him, but here's what he looks like in real life. And here's some footage of him being escorted by police to the hospital. And by the way, police found Tim's nose, tongue, and ear in Vince Lee's pocket. Anyway, here's the worst part of this whole thing. The court ends up making Vince Lee get a psych evaluation.
What?
Of course, the guy has obvious mental health issues. I mean, he's talking to his god, he's chasing aliens, and he's ultimately diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia. And because of that,
So, in
when he
other
goes on
words-
trial, he's found not criminally responsible on account of his mental
I'm gonna end today's video off here.
And he
Hope you
gets
enjoyed today's
sentenced to a
video. Bye.
psychiatric